Okay, so I'm here to explain what happens when not Venus, what Moon goes into the fourth house in our birth chart. So what is the fourth house? The fourth house represents the relationship with our mother. It represents our home life. How's the household of the family that we came from, and how we might be in our own household when we grow up and have our own family. The fourth house represents property. So it can represent houses, and it can also represent vehicles, because the fourth house is like mother's nourishment. It represents the mom, where you feel comfortable and safe and sheltered. You feel comfortable and safe in your home. You feel comfortable and safe in your car. So the fourth house also represents vehicles. And that's essentially what the fourth house is. Now, Moon originally rules this house. This house is originally ruled by Cancer and Moon. Moon here gains directional strength. That just means this is a place where Moon is just very strong. It just feels very strong and very solid here in the fourth house. What is the Moon? The Moon represents the mother. The Moon represents our mind. The Moon represents our emotions, the way that we think and react to things and situations and stuff. And that's basically it for what the Moon is. So when the Moon and the fourth house come together, what we see here is that someone can really just be very emotionally vulnerable and drop their guard down emotionally or whatever when they're in a fourth house like setting, when they're in a nice secure family, like maybe nurturing like environment. This person can, they'll probably can drop their guard down and let you know how they really feel and how they really think and why they feel and think the way that they feel, and why they might have done something that was probably out of the ordinary earlier in the day and stuff. Only when they're in that nice, secure, safe environment. Another thing that you see here with someone who has Moon in the fourth house is that they can just really like their solitude. They can probably just really value their solitude. The mind feels at peace when it is probably left alone, or just just in solitude. Someone with Moon in the fourth house, they could possibly be very mentally and emotionally attached to the mother, or to just their properties, like their vehicles, or to their home. They might be very emotionally attached to the type of household that they came from. Someone with Moon in the fourth house, they can be very motherly and nurturing to people, because the Moon aspects the 10th house, and the 10th house represents your career and the world and the impact you make on the world, because the 4th house is the home and the 10th house is like outside, and Moon is giving this energy to the 10th. So we could see someone here who could really be possibly very nurturing and empathetic towards others when they have the Moon in the 4th house. What else can I see? Short and simple, Moon in the 4th house, this person, they really, I don't know, their emotions for the most part is pretty stable, because it feels super comfortable here. I can't really stretch out this placement too much, because it's a really simple placement with Moon coming into the 4th house. So a quick recap: Moon feels very comfortable and stable here. Moon could be very nurturing to other people, and maybe want to take up a profession, or just cater and nurture other people, because it aspects the 10th house. Of course, this can drastically change depending on the sign that the Moon is in and what planets is aspecting the Moon. Person with Moon in the 4th house, their emotional well-being can really be tied to their vehicle, be tied to their house. They can really be just emotionally connected to their home, or the type of household or neighborhood they came from, in their vehicle. These people really want emotional security, because the 4th house is representative of like a house, a home. The fourth house is the lowest point of the birth chart. It's basically like underground. It's like the darkest point of the birth chart time wise. The fourth house is like 12 a.m. You know, it's pitch black, it's dark. So things are like hidden and buried. The moon really wants, in the fourth house, emotional security. It wants stability, and it finds the stability and its emotional comfort when it's surrounded by family or family-like people, when it's in a nice vehicle, when it's in a nice home, when it's in a nice environment. The moon feels cool, stable, and at peace. And I'm just talking in circles at this point, but that's basically what happens when moon goes into the fourth house. And hope this gave you some clarity on what happens, and thanks for watching.